Sé que estás en el cielo cuando termines con el infierno. Pasa por aquí como una chispa.
Hi, my name is Zuleika Moralez, but everyone calls me Mo. I was in the Marine Corps for 8 years. I served as a helicopter mechanic for both President Bush and Obama. And then after that, I became a drill instructor. I got out in 2014. And then after that, I just felt the need to really travel, help others, learn from others. So that's what I started doing. I started making it a habit to volunteer at least twice a year. And then, of course, as soon as Hurricane Maria happened, that's my home. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico. So I felt the need to come out here and see things for myself with my own eyes and try to help as much as I can in whatever people needed, wherever I could, whenever I could. So now I'm here in Puerto Rico because I have to help my people. um, the situation is I'm very glad that I can elaborate. So I'm ready for all the questions that you have for me.
So go ahead and elaborate. This is all about you. What's going on? What is the situation right now?
I mean, obviously, when I got to the island and you get to San Juan, it looks like, yes, there was a hurricane here, but things are running pretty normal in the urban areas. But once you leave the urban areas, it's just not the same. Like cosmetically and structurally, and even just the way things function. Like people think no electricity, and they think automatically like, oh, there's no lights, so in the nighttime you're dark. But it goes as far as there's no traffic lights, there's no refrigeration, there's no the basic necessities for a lot of people. And a big problem that a lot of our part of the island is having right now, they got struck so badly that a lot of the pumps that run agueducto, which is like the water supplies, they're electric also. So right now we like in my household, in my town and in my city, um we haven't had water for like a week. So no water and no electric, and you have to go catch some water by the creek or something just to shower or to make breakfast or to make dinner. And it's really bad. It shouldn't be happening at this point.
Julie, for people to know, we know where you are, but for people to know, where exactly you are in the island right now?
So I'm in the southeast right now, in La Piedra. So
Okay.
a lot of the problems I'm having with constantly communicating what I'm seeing with others is that there's also no signal. So no signal, no water, no electric. But a lot of
There's no
people have
phone
this
lines.
problem. A
There's
lot of
no
people
phone
have
lines
this
in the
problem.
houses, no?
No,
A lot of the houses don't have phone services either. Okay.
no, no.
So for reference, Las Piedras is close to Macau, which is very close to the coast, probably 15 minutes to the nearest beach, 20 minutes, and we are about 45 minutes to 40 minutes from San Juan,
Yes,
just for
south.
reference. So tell us a little bit, and Zuleika, for those who just are getting to meet her, she actually had volunteered outside the mainland in many projects in Africa and in Israel. So how are you and those are the places you have volunteered are places who need a lot of support, and you saw a lot of poverty. How that relate to what you're seeing and the destruction and what the needs of the people in Puerto Rico are?
I can honestly say that the most detrimental part, or I should say, what strikes me the most is the lack of accountability for those that are in need. So there nowhere is the nowhere is there like, oh, okay, in this town there's this many people that need help, there's this many people that are elderly, there's this many people that have children, there's this amount of people that have lost their homes. There's no accountability for any of that. So there might be, now it's not a problem of, okay, is there food, It's not really that. It's more like nothing is getting to the people that need it most. And even the people that need it most, no one is aware that they need it. And they don't care to be aware of it. That's the main problem right now.
So logistic wide, there is no like a census or like a list, like perhaps the guy that you showed us the video this morning, perhaps the government, the local town mayor don't know where that guy is.
No,
that's an example.
No idea. No idea. He could, heaven forbid, pass away tomorrow. They'll be like, oh, how'd that happen? You know? And the saddest part is that these are people, like I said, you know, if you're 20 years old, you live with your family, you're 25, you're 30, 40, 50, you have a job or you have a household where there's some sort of income, then you might not be as vulnerable to these bad situations. But these are people, some of them are elderly, some of them are in wheelchairs, some of them don't, like the gentleman that I was helping today, he doesn't have a family. His son just died 6 months ago. He gets maybe, I don't know, $100, $150 a month. He doesn't have a refrigerator. He doesn't have a stove. Like, there's zero accountability for the people that are in desperate need. So when I got to the island, San Juan, you know, the mall is running and the businesses are running, and it's San Juan, it's the capital. But once you leave there is when you see like the real need and the lack of some resources that a lot of others have, like having no water and having, you know, no electric and stuff like that.
Okay, so where are you now located?
Well, right now, I'm in Caguas, and that's the only reason I have signal is because I'm in Caguas. But I'm situated I'm staying in Las Piedras, so that's where I'm from.
Okay, so tell us a little bit of where Las Piedras is in reference to San Juan and what you guys are seeing as you guys are trying to get in touch with people, and what are the needs that you're seeing in that town?
So Las Piedras is about 45 minutes south of San Juan. It's near Humacao, which got struck really bad by the hurricane, because it came in through this way. We're southeast. So that's where I grew up. So I know what it was like before the hurricane. I know what it was like 20 years ago. And it's really unfortunate. We have resources now. Like we have, there is food that you can find. There is, diapers and all these things that you might need. But the main problem is that the money is not enough, and there's no accountability for the people that don't have the means to access these resources. That's the main problem. It's the elderly that don't work, that only receive a little bit of money or maybe no money from the government. It's the children that are sick, that don't have electric, that don't have generators, that need, machines to function and to live a regular life. And even the people that do have generators, they don't get compensated for being sick. So if a family needs a generator on for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, it's not like the government's going to say, hey, I know that you're sick, I know that your son is sick, and I know that you need this machine operating the entire day for 30 days. So we're going to give you money for the fuel that the generator is consuming. That doesn't happen. So people are in a predicament of like, oh, it's either I pay for the gas for my generator, or I pay for food, or I pay for the gas for the generator, or I don't pay for this. They just don't have the means to get everything they need, like the basic human necessities. A lot of these people do not have the means to get that at all.
We did a short Facebook Live earlier today, and you talk a little bit about these people are voiceless and there's no way to know where they are. So tell us a little bit about who you volunteer with and how are you finding those people who need help?
Well, I'm volunteering with my friend, and he has a few organizations that are strictly directed towards volunteering and helping those in need that don't have a voice. So of course, immediately I'm like, hey, what's going on? What's happening? Like, how'd you find these people? And it's crazy because you would think that since there's some systematic structure into any government, especially Puerto Rico, because we're part of the US, you would think that they would have some sort of census or some sort of like, okay, in this town, en este pueblo, we have 7 elderly, we have 2 in wheelchairs, we have 3 kids that have cancer, we have this, we have this, we have this. Certain conditions, certain living situations. Maybe they don't have the means money-wise. For example, the guy that we're working with today, he receives like $150 a month. He doesn't have a refrigerator. He doesn't have a stove, and he has no family and no friends. He lives completely alone. So who's being held accountable in a society where these people need to be taken care of? No one really. There is no accountability for those that need help the most. They're completely unheard. They don't have a voice, and by the grace of other people that want to do good is the only reason that they're standing. With that being said, a lot of the things that's happening too is that a lot of people are leaving the island. Therefore, they're left alone. Their sons that are 21, 22, 25, 28, they want to have a brighter future. They just lost their job. They have no means for supporting themselves or their families, so they leave. So now the household that used to be a household of 5 or 4 is now of 2, and the father's sick. So it's just it's a huge problem. There's just no accountability. The government, there's no accountability.
What are the needs that you're seeing? You said that it is easier to find food now. What you will describe or say is what is more needed? It will be identifying these people and see what they need, medical support. What do you think is what is the most needed?
I think the big problem now, because it isn't so much I need food, it's more of I need everything else that supports us in a society. So it's more like I haven't been to the doctor in a year because I pay for food, so I can't go to the doctor. And on top of that, because all the doctors here are making no money because no one can afford a doctor, the doctor is 40 minutes away. And I don't have a car because I can't afford a car. So you're running into these, I can't do this to help myself because I have to take care of other things. So it's a difficult life to live.
It's a difficult system. So once your guys, so how are you helping this guy? Tell us a little bit about him. We will have a footage that we're going to share later, so everybody can meet him.
Bueno, Ismael, the project started with my friend Hector. He found him one day in a park, and he was looking down like at the floor, and he asked him how he was doing and if he was hungry, and then he started crying, and he started telling my friend that his son had passed away. So his son used to support him. And then he went to his house and tried to help him out, and then he realized that he was living in really, really bad conditions. Really, really bad conditions. But that there was no one there to help him. So he's, 80 years old? 80 years old. He doesn't have family. He doesn't have friends. I mean, he doesn't work. He's 80 years old. And he's barely taking care of himself. So this is what I mean. Even before the hurricane, he fell into this deep depression because he went from having his son to having absolutely no one.
So today we're still in my town. This is Imaya's house. We're here to help him. We're gonna try to paint his whole house. They cleaned last week. He came in and his shoes were on the wrong feet. He just lost his son, and he doesn't have anyone to take care of him, so we're trying to help him out.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so your friend met him before
after the hurricane.
Okay. Yeah, but this is a situation that, you know, it's as we were just talking earlier. Puerto Rico suffered a lot throughout the economic meltdown here in the United States in 2006, and they never recovered from that. They're in a big debt of $70 million, and a lot of people live in those conditions. So what you're sharing is that a lot of situations, people who are like that, and now in top of that, they are facing this big natural disaster. So this is kind of a mix between an old problem and a huge big problem, new problem.
Mm-hmm. That's adding on to the original problem.
Yeah, to the original problem.
So my friend started helping him out, gathered a bunch of people, got him a bed, got him some clothes, got him some supplies, and now we're gonna paint his house tomorrow to finish things up. But
okay. Yep. So how we can support groups like your guys? Do your guys I know you're just volunteering with your friends, but your guys have like a Facebook page, a place where people can donate? How are you getting your means to support the people who have not been reached yet?
Well, I set up a GoFund with my friend Belle Herrera. So she set it up for me because I told her that I wouldn't have signal and that I'd be really busy, actually, you know, boots on the ground, working here and buying the things. But she set it up, and I've been sharing my journey through Instagram, through Facebook. Time I get more donations, she transfers them over to me, and I just keep buying more things for more people and try to reach as many people as I can. But I wanted to specifically do it that way so that I wouldn't be buying a bunch of things that maybe some people wouldn't need. Mm-hmm. I want to make sure that if I get some donations, but someone happens to need a stove, a cheap stove, or like a refrigerator that I can provide for them, it's better than just getting like a bunch of diapers and there's no babies that I can help that are near me, So it's been helping a lot. And then my friend has his Facebook pages set up, and you can help that way and contact him. So, because he lives here. So
we're going to share all that with our group. And hopefully people here in the mainland and the diaspora can also help your guys a little, because something that we're letting everybody know is that we're identifying groups who are doing well in the island, so that way we can support you from where we are. There is anything else you want to share about the journey? I know you will be sharing a lot of videos and pictures with us. She is kind of our voice in Puerto Rico right now. So you will be hearing from Zuleika.
Voy de verso en verso, cargando sangre en mi saliva, escupiendo en silencio, cobardes en comitivas de bonetes abiertos y destapada carburación, van pegando por el cielo, marcando la gomas en llamas sobre brejas de desilusión. He conversado con la luz ciega